But there is a larger problem. And the larger problem is that Ronald Reagan once said that weakness is a threat to peace. When people see that there is the opportunity to do some of these things, then they get the confidence to do so. Why would anybody sit and say, let the president, or he wants the president to move this person so that somebody else will be there? Because it can be done. And my worry is that we have an IGP office which is not independent. And indeed, the president can just sit down one day and move him. That weakness is a threat to the stability of that institution. And I think that is the loftier issue that Parliament should be seeking to plug. We have independent institutions in this country, and they were made constitutionally independent because we believe their work was such that they needed to have that protection in the Constitution so that they can execute their duties objectively without fear of victimization. If we have the Auditor General to be independent, we have NCCE independent, the EC is independent, CHRAG is independent. Note that the office of the IGP is the only office in the country which by law can discharge lethal force and violence against citizens on order. They can actually shoot you. We've armed them. And they have to deploy this force against citizens and other powerful persons in the interest of stability and security. But today, our IGP is an extension of the executive. Meanwhile, the executive is the powerful institution sometimes which is prone to do things which require that people or institutions like the IGP will come to the defense of citizens against. What I'm trying to say is that it is anomalous that you have a situation where the IGP is essentially an extension of the executive, can be appointed or removed by the executive. And basically, if you read the law, what he does is determined more or less by the executive. It is time for us to amend that section so that his removal cannot be that easy. Then that weakness cannot be exploited for us to hear it in the tape that somebody wants him removed so that he can be put there and then he can use that.